Secretary hegseth, despite your failure to win this war, you are back now before Congress asking for almost $70 billion in additional funding. You're asking the American people for a blank check. The Trump administration's efforts have been an utter and complete failure to win this war.
I think your characterization of this incredible effort as a failure is reckless, and I think it's irresponsible. Shame on you and others who call this a quagmire and a failure. I heard failure, and the word heard, I heard exactly what you said.
I will tell you how I use the word failure, because I use the word failure to their leaders. You, sir, are the failure, not the men and women who are on that front line. You don't have a strategy. You don't have a long-term plan to actually win this war. Win the war. The men and women are going to be able to do it, but they need to have leadership. When will you show leadership? When will you show leadership?
Why don't you show some leadership and stand up to your fellow Democrats who won't fund the troops, who stand and play partisan politics while you don't give us the money? You want to stand up here and talk about the troops? You won't show any political courage to actually fund our department because you have Trump derangement syndrome and can't actually commit to anything meaningful. So I put this on you, Senator.
Secretary hegseth, you have trillions. You have over $1 trillion. You're asking for $1.5 trillion. It's not a question of money. It's a question of leadership and understanding what it takes to actually win.
Political cowardice of Democrats who won't fund the troops. Who stand and play partisan politics while you don't give us the money.
Women are going to be able to do it, but they need to have leadership.
The supplemental funding request is not a substitute.
This is against Iranian people, 90 million people. Your hands are bloody. Of 17 Americans and 4,000.
1.5 trillion.
Stop bombing our children in Iran and Palestine. This is illegal.
Please.
Don't want this.
Suspend until order is.
Dominance cannot be funded. A simple logic. Iran's been given every opportunity to negotiate.
There are no signs that Iran is ready to stop fighting. So what is the plan? Is the plan to just keep bombing until they give up?
There are no signs. Why, do you know something that I don't know?
Will they continue to attack our allies and kill Americans?
You don't know what the dialogue is behind the scenes, that they want to meet desperately to try and end it because they're getting decimated. You don't get that when you listen to your fake station. You don't know anything.
So talks are
you know
still
something
possible,
that I
likely?
don't know? Do you know something I don't know?
Well, tell us.
I will tell you, they want to desperately meet, and until they're ready to meet in a meaningful way, we have no interest in even.
Something no president's been willing to do. 47 years, they build up a conventional capability, like the North Koreans did. Remember, that's how North Korea made their way to a bomb.
How about these people? They're in this because of nuclear weapons, and they're trying to.
Senator, the estimate we have as of today is $37.5 billion.
He did not consult Congress. He did not get authorization from Congress. He did not build a coalition of allies. He did not make a case to the American people. 17 American service members have now died. Inflation has shot up about 50% since this war began. The costs of this war have been astronomical. What has it been for? What has actually been achieved?
And at what point do you stop asking Americans to foot the bill for a war they don't support?
I would hope for some perspective in this town of the historic nature of what President Trump is undertaking. Do you want radical Islamists to have a nuclear bomb that can stare down the world?
Because I have limited time.
I don't understand.
You can't answer my question.
The problem's not a lack of money, but poor planning.
Because of the gross negligence and neglect of the Biden administration inside our department. U.S. boats that surrendered to Iranian ships under the Biden administration. So their Navy was effective in expeditionary ways in the past.
We're talking about a war you started, not a situation in which oil was flowing freely. There was no conflict. They just killed some of our servicemen last weekend.
The fact that those contingencies all were part of the possibility, and we understood that, is all the more reason why President Trump deserves the kind of praise he should get for undertaking this effort, having the courage. He's been willing to stay committed to that, regardless of the challenges.
He should be praised for starting a war without authority, creating a situation in which the world economy is suffering tremendously.
most people think of winning the war. They think that that means the war is going to come to an end because we've won. And the president said back in March that we'd won. How are we going to define winning?
I would say ensuring Iran never has a nuclear weapon. As far as a military assessment of Iran's capabilities, it didn't mean by any stretch of the imagination absolute zero, but their capabilities
Mr. Secretary,
at the lowest level
you
they've been in
stated
a very
that
long time.
on day 14 of this conflict that Iran's military had been, quote, destroyed and, quote, made combat ineffective. Was that an accurate statement? Yes or no?
Iran's ability to challenge the United States of America at the level at which we're capable of.
That's not what I asked you, Mr. Secretary. Was that an accurate statement?
What the American military has
Will you
done
answer
to
the
the
question?
Iranian military is a historic military
Will you
defeat,
answer the
and
question
they're ineffective
under oath?
in that context.
3 weeks later, you declared victory. You stated we had, quote, achieved every single objective. Were those accurate statements?
They had 160 naval vessels.
You need to
in
answer
Blue
the
Water
questions,
Navy,
Mr.
and they're gone.
Secretary.
Their
You
Air
said-
Force
you
is
said 4 months
completely
ago.
combat ineffective,
You
and they
said
don't
4
have a
months
defense
ago.
industrial base.
Excuse
so
me, Mr.
describe to me a
Secretary.
country that doesn't have an Air Force, a Navy, or a defense industrial base, and I will describe to
Secretary.
you a country that does not have an effective
Mr.
military.
Secretary, you
it
stated-
can lob missiles.
Mr. Secretary, you stated
missiles,
4
but it's
months
not a
ago
combat-effective
that Iran's
military.
military had been rendered, quote, combat. You
Considering
stated we
you
had,
can't
quote,
build at the level
you
it did
stated,
before, and not
you
even
stated
close.
we
It doesn't
had,
mean
quote,
it doesn't have capabilities.
Mr. Secretary, you stated we had, quote, achieved every single objective. Was that an accurate statement 4 months ago?
The main objective of this was to ensure that Iran never gets a nuclear weapon.
Were those objectives achieved 4 months ago?
No one ever stated that every single missile was gone.
So why are there missiles left to hit Jordan and result in the loss of life of our brave men and women?
As we stated from the beginning, the Iranian defense industrial base is effectively gone, but they do have underground facility to get a nuclear
don't
weapon
know what
to wield it
version
against us.
of the war to believe, because it's either over or it's not over. It's within 2 weeks or it's not 2 weeks. We have no missiles or we have missiles, because they don't understand the choices that the president's making. They don't agree with those choices.
Something no president's been willing to do. 47 years, they build up a conventional